finally made a few videos and I'm super excited to actually jump back in. It's been a while. I haven't done any videos because I have been focused. Yo Girl has been focused on so many things lately. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chris and I create content for coaches who want to build and launch their online business on Kajabi. And I have them create business assets, not just products that are hoping to be sold. If you want to create products on Kajabi that are ready to launch and actually make money, actually build some momentum, and the best bet is to create a business asset. So I'm here to help you create business assets so that you can regain time and freedom in your business. Because if you are a coach who has been working for hours, right? If you work 10 plus hours in a day, or if you're a mom just like me who just needs to leverage Kajabi, needs to leverage tech systems, Kajabi's the all-in-one. And there's so many out there like um, oh my gosh, Go High Level and all these and there's a lot of other platforms that do have a lot on their system and it really just pertains to you. And I love Kajabi because there are essentially it has everything in one. It has everything in one. Um Go High Level is a little more complicated. I'm actually going to do a separate video talking about Go High Level and Kajabi and how they're different and just depending on what your um, goals are, that's the one you choose, right? So, what we're going to talk about today is why every coach needs a website. So, if you have been, say, holding off building a website because you feel like it might not be necessary, you feel like it might be a little bit too expensive, maybe you just don't know what to do because you're just starting out, but you are also passionate about helping a lot of people, right? So put in the comments, are you passionate about helping a ton of people? Do you want to really expand? Question for you, if that is you, do you feel like you can expand without an online presence? Would you hire you without a website? How do you feel not having a website? Do you think it's important to have a clear online presence? And another question, last one for now, is if you're serious about really creating a coaching business that is going to work for you, creating a website is one piece of it, right? Creating a website is imagine your website being your 24/7 like salesperson. It is literally working while you sleep. If you do it right. If you do it right. Because what a website does, it helps you build trust and it helps you look professional. And I know a lot of people are going to say, like, you don't need a website, you don't need this. Correct. You could totally build a coaching business without a website. I've done it. It's not about that though. It's about how professional, how do you want to look online? How do you want to look as an online coach? Because there's coaches who go speak and they don't really do a lot of online stuff, right? But if you want to build a presence online, if you want to start leveraging systems, if you want to start leveraging social media, you need a website. And I do have a video on the difference between social media website and why those are important. Check that out if you feel like that is something you want to dive into a little bit more. But why every coach needs a website? Because you're not just a coach, you are a guide. You are a guide for your people to create a transformation. And a website just gives you a platform to showcase all of that, to showcase your superpowers, to showcase what you offer, to showcase you and your story, to showcase what you do, right? And it also shares resources. It allows people to opt in to your community, whether it's email community, whether it's a Kajabi community, which there's going to be a video for that as well. It empowers your visitors to take the next step. That's what a website does, or that's what it should do. Again, if you do it right. A website doesn't just look good. A website captures leads. It can even help schedule calls. It can sell your programs while you focus on other things, depending on what you're offering. So, in a crowded market, what would a professional looking website do for you? Right now, if you do have a website, maybe not on Kajabi or on Kajabi, how confident do you feel about sharing it? Your website should position you as the expert. It's meant to position you and give you an edge over other coaches who don't have websites and only rely on social media. So another question is, do you want to be just seen as another online coach who relies on social media? Or do you want to have a website that positions you as the go-to authority in your niche? Website. And you do need social media. Obviously, there's social media and your website go hand in hand, right? So let's dive into what a website should do for you. And what do you need on your website? So number one, you need a homepage first and foremost. And a homepage is not a landing page. I need to say that because a lot of my clients that come to me have like massive landing pages. They're amazing and there's so much information, and that's not a landing page is not a homepage. Your homepage, your website and your landing page are two completely different things. Another video on that, right? But let's just come back to the website. Website number one needs a clear homepage with a strong message. Homepage with a strong message. And some elements are like you need a headline, you need a resource, you need something that you're going to offer, like a lead magnet. If you're not sure what a lead magnet is, let me know in the comments so I can create a video for that. But a lead magnet of some kind, even just to book a call with you. Um, there's even some things around booking a call that I want to talk about on a separate one, but in terms of booking a call in a nutshell, you don't want it to be super easy to just book calls with you, because otherwise you're going to get people who are not as that serious, right? You kind of want to give them some obstacles, and there's ways to do that. So we'll talk about that on another video, but I feel like it's so easy to kind of get into tangents, right? To like talk about so many things all in one video. I'm trying to keep it to website only. So so anyway, going back to the website in terms of a home page, the very top is called the top of the fold, right? If you think of a newspaper, I don't have a newspaper, but if you think of a newspaper, the very tip top of your website is probably one of the most important real estate areas on your website. You need a very cool headline, and you need a headline and a subheading that positions you as the authority, but also more importantly, if you are offering something, and you should offer something on that top part of the homepage, a free resource, and what that resource does and the problem it solves. Okay. In my Kajabi community, what we do is we kind of break that down even more and talk about lead magnets more in depth. We talk about like what type of resource to put on the top of your homepage and more in depth on homepages in general, right? Okay. So again, that top of the fold is important because that is also the first impression. So what's the energy that you want? So this is where branding is important. You don't need to hire a brand expert in the beginning, again, if you're just starting out, but you do need to have some type of brand, some type of like thing that sets you apart, that shows your personality a little bit. Now, number two, so that's it for the homepage. Next is number two. Number two is an about page. What's your story? Why do you do what you do? So this page is important because this helps establish the authority, you as an authority figure with your audience. The homepage is meant to build emotional connection, to help you actually like connect more with your audience, right? So this is where you need to have something like your personal story, why you do, again, I feel like I said this already, right? But I'm gonna say it again. It's worth saying why you do what you do. What's the origin? Where did you come from? Like what inspired you to do the work that you do, right? I believe coaches are here to up level your community, up level humanity, up level, right? Up level your people around you. This is also where you display your credentials even more. There should be some display of credentials on your homepage. Again, we dive deeper on that on my community. But especially in your about page, you need to showcase why you're the expert, right? What makes you the expert? Reinforce that sample of expertise you have on your homepage in your about section. Go more in depth. The next thing you would need is something like, what are your mission and values? Maybe create a compelling story that helps showcase. Again, this is your about page is about emotional connection with your audience. This is where they get to know you more. And so write a story of your mission. Like, what are you here to do? What are you here to accomplish? Right? What are your values? What do you find important? Right? And once you get through all that, that will create a very amazing, compelling, irresistible, awesome about page. So that's it for the about page. If there's any questions, leave them in the comments, please, so that I can really kind of check in with you, see what we need to address. Number three, the third section in your website is going to be your offer page. This is your products page. This is where you're going to showcase your offers. And at the very top, you want to showcase the one that you want to give out the most. This is think of it as the headliner, the headliner of your offers. Can you have all of them? Yes. I recommend not too many, right? Like not have like a huge menu. Again, when you have like higher ticket offers, you are more than likely going to invite them to book a call with you. But if you have kind of lower ticket, maybe something more like 27 or whatever the lower tickets are, you can have like the ones that you're promoting currently on your offer page. You don't want it too lengthy because if people just keep scrolling, they're not really going to buy, right? You want to make sure it's a little bit more tight, more succinct, something that's actually going to perform for you. So all you need is the title and just a quick overview of the program. And depending on the price of the program, they could buy it there or they can book a call with you. You'll need more benefits and the results that they are going to get for each product, each offer, and just an easy to find CTA, which Kajabi does very well. It has like a little create a little button for each one. So with that, here's like a little tip in terms of the buttons. You want something that's going to stand out. And typically what I've researched is that when you have a button that says like book now, right? I know it's like people use it a lot, but people use it a lot for a reason because it works, right? Or you can have something and this is something that I learned um, working with 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs, is that a lot of times they put on the button a phrase that their ideal clients say right before they buy, which is really cool, right? So if they say like, you know, give me my um my checklist or whatever that is that you're offering, like I want in, or I'm in, or whatever the case is, whatever, if there is a phrase that your ideal clients use often, try that as the button phrase, like give me access, I want in, or whatever the case is, right? Just give it a shot, see how it works. And then of course, at the very bottom or after or on your offer page, you want to make sure you also have a testimonials and success story page, or a section on the offer page itself. You can totally make this, it's depending on how many you have, depending on how many testimonials you have, you could make this its own section on your website, like testimonials up top, and have like all or a good chunk of your testimonials be the best ones on top, right? And this helps essentially reduce doubt, right? Increases trust and reduce doubt within your clients. So if there's like objections, if there's common objections, put the testimonials that handle those objections. What I also recommend is put an FAQ section on your offer page as well, and on the home page. Have a little section that has FAQs, so that, and the FAQs are geared toward handling objections. No, handling objections. So if you get objections of like, you know, um, you know, what's the value of this program? Then you can put that as an FAQ, common, FAQs. What's the value of this program? What do I get out of it? What are the benefits? That should be already on there, but if there's anything around that they ask specifically, you can put that in your FAQ section. Yeah. And then this is an option, not necessarily a must-have, but you should have a way to contact you somewhere you can put it in your about page. You can actually have an entire like page for that. It's just a contact page of like a form, some way to contact you, whether it's via email, I don't know if you use WhatsApp, if that's something that you want to use. If there's um any other way that you want them to contact you, put that. You can have that in its own page, but you can also put it on like an about page, for example. If you are a speaker, you need a speaker page. If you're a speaker that, say you have programs, but you also do like keynotes, have a speaker page as well. So yeah. So if there's any questions you have around anything that I shared with you today, definitely put them in the comments. I'll create a video and I'll reach out to you personally so that or tag you, right? I don't know if there's tagging on here, but I'll reach out to you, make sure you get it. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day wherever you're at in the world, and I'm excited to support you as your tech person here on this platform. All right. Have a good day. See you next time.